to show you just how easy it is to monitor your Domino servers using the VitalSigns Dashboard. Point your navigator to your dashboard, and then you'll see at the top of the screen some boxes that show you how many of your servers have no issues, how many have issues, and how many are not responding. Now this is the high-level summary, and if you go down to the supporting details, you can see where these numbers come from. So of the 50 servers with no issues, 33 of those are Domino servers. But we're going to focus just on Domino servers. So I'm going to click on the box that says Domino, and that brings me a list of just my Domino servers. And there's a couple of servers that I'm specifically interested in, so I'm just going to type in a couple of strings here to pull up a subset of the list. So here's my DOM 1, 2, 3, and 4 servers. I want to look at how DOM 2 is doing today, so I'm going to click on that one. And up comes a detail box, and you'll see information like how many users are on there, what was the response time, the CPU, and so forth. Here it comes. So on this screen, I'm looking at the DOM2 server, and there's a series of tabs that give you the overall status, the databases on the server, server tasks, upcoming maintenance windows, alert history, outages, and finally you can go directly into the web admin panel for that server. So if we look at the performance, you can see the response time over the last 24 hours. You can see the various disk drives on that server and how they're doing. You can see the load on the CPU over the course of the day, how the memory is doing, the number of users, and if there's any dead, pending, or held mail. You can see that at a glance as well. Let's take a look at the databases that are on that server. You click on the Databases tab. There are some databases that you could monitor, and then we also provide an inventory of all the databases that are on that server. And whenever you see a grid like this, the same way I did earlier where I typed in DOM, you can put in a partial string and hit return, and you'll get a list of just those items that match the string that you searched for. And with these databases, you can open them up directly using the browser. You can send a compact command, fix up, update, updall, etc. Let's go over to the server tasks. Server tasks are the various items that are running within the subset of the Domino server, things like the router and the cluster replicator and so forth. You can tell VitalSigns to watch over specific tasks. Those are the monitored tasks. So what that means is if any one of these server tasks were not running, the status of the server would change to an issue and you'd get an alert about it. And then just for information, we also show all the other server tasks that are currently running, so if you want to see what was going on there. Maintenance allows you to see when the upcoming maintenance windows are scheduled, and that's what that means is that during that period of time the Domino server would not be monitored. Here you can see any alerts that have been queued up for that server for the last 7 days, and finally you can see if there have been any outages. You can see how that's doing. Now that's really cool. We're looking at how one particular server is doing, but let's say you wanted to compare two Domino servers with each other because maybe one was doing great and one was not doing so good. So let's click on the server health, Domino health, and here I can pick two servers to compare. I'm going to compare the difference between DOM1 and DOM2, so I pick those two servers and click compare, and what it does is build this nice little page where you get to see the differences between the two servers. So here we can see the number of databases that are on the two servers. One has 47 and one here comes the has 45. You can compare the transactions per minute. They're both pretty much equal here. The dead and pending mail, I don't have any of that, either of those at the moment. You can also see, interestingly enough, the spikes in the CPU seem to track on those two servers pretty consistently. And finally, with the memory. So if DOM2 was the server that was starting to give us some issues, chances are it's because there's a sudden spike in the memory, and that's why one server is being sluggish while the other one isn't. Okay, hope that has been helpful. Thanks very much for watching.